People say, oh, you guys were brainwashed in there. David brainwashed you. I says, well, I probably needed it.
Today marks 25 years since the deadly siege at the Branch Davidian compound outside Waco, Texas came to a fiery end. Good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. I'm Chris Rogers. Doug and Leslie are on assignment. The standoff between federal agents and members of the Branch Davidian religious sect at Mount Carmel lasted 51 days, but ended 25 years ago today. When it was all said and done, 76 people, including the compound leader David Koresh, died after the FBI launched an assault and a massive fire broke out at a memorial. Today, some survivors told their stories. Channel 6 News reporter Jasmin Caldwell is live outside of Mount Carmel with more on what some of them had to say. Jasmin, good evening.
Well, hey, Chris, now all day people have been coming here at the former Branch Davidian compound just to take pictures and kind of reflect on what happened back in 1993. Now, today's memorial was filled with a lot of emotion and a lot of tears as survivors told their story. 25 years later, and the pain still runs deep for many of the Branch Davidian survivors. In February of 1993, the ATF suspected the religious group was stockpiling weapons in their compound in McLennan County. After a 51-day standoff, federal agents tried using tear gas to get the Branch Davidians out of the compound. Shortly after that, a fire started inside the building, killing 76 people, including Sheila Martin's husband and 4 of her 7 children.
But if I really think about it, how they were in a building and fire came in and they had no way of getting out, it's a horrible thing.
Clive Doyle hosted the 25th anniversary memorial at the Helen Marie Taylor Museum in Waco. Along with Martin, he was another Branch Davidian survivor in attendance. Doyle, who wrote a book about the siege and says after all these years, he still believes in their leader, David Koresh, who was one of the many killed at the compound.
Sheriff Harwell could have called David up and says, come down to the sheriff's office. And he probably would have went. And it could have all been just handled in a peaceful way.
Survivor David Thibodeau also wrote a book about the Branch Davidians. He wants the government to acknowledge what he describes as their wrongdoing.
I'd like an apology from the government. It's 25 years, it's about time. These people have been covering history, covering their butts for the last 25 years.
Now, the survivors also spoke about the documentaries and TV series that have been done about the Branch Davidians. They say that the Paramount 6-part series that aired back in February and March is the most accurate one that did air. Reporting live at Mount Carmel, Jasmin Caldwell, Channel 6 News.
All right, Jasmin, thanks so much. It was a